Okay, my name is Sergey Savastyuk, and I am going to talk today how to find stock patterns in real time. And by the way, how to backtest them in seconds. And in fact, I'm going to be talking about our module RTP version 2. It's a real-time patterns version 2. Okay, so what we're going to be talking about today. I think I'm going to go through the demo first. I'm going to start it right here, and I will then show you how to use it. And I will show you how to use it with the screener together with RTP with the screener. And then I will go back and give you some basics. I will pretty much tell you what is the difference between version 1 and version 2. Okay, and then I will tell you how we build robots based on this combination AI screener and then real-time patterns. Okay, so I'm going to jump into the DMR immediately, and that is going to be also recorded as an instructional video for the future. Okay, so in order to get to the real-time patterns, we go to AI, real-time patterns for stocks ETFs. If you want to get Forex and cryptos, then you will do it something differently right here, okay? So real-time patterns, go here. And what we see the feed right away, okay? So that feed is generated, you see real-time feed is generated as if it is your like a Facebook type of a feed, and we are giving here a feed of all the patterns which are being found in real time, by the way, okay? So the question is, what and how to customize this feed, and that's the main topic. So you go here to customize, and then you select different time frames. Time frame means that it is the size of a candle. Okay, I'm not going to go through the definition of a candle. I assume you know the candle, and this for the 5 minutes candle, 15 minutes candle, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour in 1 day. Okay. And you can pick and choose whatever you want, okay, right here. It's going to identify and then guide our AI and will instruct our AI how to find the patterns with what kind of a size of a candle. Another important element in this search is the confidence level. Confidence level is based on the backtesting data, and I will show you how to get it. And then it's a kind of intuitive type of approach where you say, okay, I want a 50 or 51 or 53% being confident that it's going to reach the target price. And I will show you what it is, okay? And this is the profit target or target price. It's about 2% or more, okay? Let's click it save. And now it is showing me all the patterns related to this customization. So what we see here? We see here current confidence 63%, breakout price is 116, target price, and if it is kind of reddish a little bit, so that it's a bearish pattern, and then it kind of looks down, okay? You may say, yeah, I don't remember what is the head and shoulder pattern is. You click here, and then you can read more about this type of patterns, how they created, and then what's going on with them, okay? Then backtesting and statistics. So what happens, we pre-test all these patterns in advance. So that means here you see the main difference between our search engine and other available somewhere else, or the people doing a lot of search visually. So what we do, we take this pattern and then back test that with a different level of confidence. This one is 60 plus. Okay, so that means 45% of them are going to reach the target price. Is that good? Maybe not. So, and that's an honest presentation, and then you have to decide whether or not you want to trade. Okay, so now I kind of gave you the one tile for the pattern, and then let's go back and then see what other elements of customization. So we'll look at these basic features, and then we will look at where our search engine is searching for the patterns. So you can actually add or remove penny stocks, okay? You can say, okay, it's penny stocks, and then again, select what kind of categories, and these numbers identify the number of stocks per category, okay? So if you select all, then you are going to select pretty much all stocks, so you can unselect where you don't want to find, okay? So tickers, these are a customized field where you can add the tickers you really want to have. Because what you can do, you can unselect, go to tickers, and then if you save, then the search engine is going to be searching in only this list. Okay, please remember this element, because when I'm going to show you how to use it in a combination with the screener, then it's actually possible to put all stocks you are interested in from a screener. And I will show you how to do that when we're going to get to that point, okay? So now it is a stocks. This is ETFs, pretty much the same categories and the tickers, okay? Pattern types. That's an important thing where you might trust or like some of the patterns, and then distrust and maybe you don't like some of the patterns. For instance, some people like channels. I also like channels. Like this is a channel up. I like flags, for instance, and I like this horizontal type of channels, rectangular bottom, rectangular top. And then I like also triple bottoms because they kind of look like channels. If you save, then the AI is going to be searching for bullish pattern, only these patterns. And for the bearish, you have to do pretty much the same, okay? Or you can select all, and that way you're going to get all of them. But some people like to find this type of triangle type of patterns like that, broadening wedge, or this type of a triangle ascending, descending, and things like that. So it is a matter of taste, a matter of preferences, and you can do it. And it's important to click here for push notifications, and that's where you're going to get push notification either in your mobile device or on a screen, as well as emails, okay? So we'll click here, save. And now we went through all customization elements to find this type of patterns, okay? So the records are here. Let's assume you would have selected, let me do like that, just for the sake of a demonstration, pattern types. I'm going to go to bearish. I'm going to unselect and select only these rectangular ones for demonstration purposes, this and this three one, right? So then I click save. And then you see, for the bearish patterns, I have only three. This is your kind of nodes. You see bullish, I have all of them. Bearish, only those which I marked to search, okay? So now it is a feed. Unfortunately, right now, market is closed and there is no button update the feed. So when the feed is growing, so there's going to be a button which is going to tell you how many new patterns being identified according to your customization criteria. Okay. So what else do we have here? We have a simplified pattern search where you can look for patterns of specific lists of tickers or categories. So for instance, you can type here, I don't know, gold. Okay, gold. Okay, so gold, the precious metals, and then you click here, and then boom. In a simplified search, it does search in a very specific category, okay? Very specific category. As well as this simplified search is going to be a place where you are going to get some answers for specific lists if you are going to do the transfers, okay? So now let me show you how to use it in combination with the screener, okay? So, because it's a kind of important element, screener gives us a fundamental analysis. And then real-time patterns give us the intraday data, when to enter and when to exit, okay? So let's see. I kind of like this type of filter. I go here and find, first of all, you see, it's about 4,400 of stocks, right? So I can say I like strong buy, apply filter, market cap between 10 billion and 200 billion, and apply filter. How many do I have? Still 283. Let's say price between let's say 10 and 50, apply filter. And by the way, you can view that filter here and read that. I'm not going to talk about time machine, how to test the filter, but it's pretty much I have 80, okay? 80 stocks, and they are all strong buys. And then I want to trade these stocks, let's say tomorrow, okay? There are two options. I can create a watch list with all the stocks, okay? Or without the creation of a watch list, I can transfer all the stocks to real-time patterns in two ways. One way, I click here, you see I selected 80 out of 80, copy 80. So there are two options. One is I can copy to the clipboard, and another option is to transfer directly to the real-time patterns. Let me do both, okay? I'm gonna click here, you see copied, and now I'm transferring that to the real-time patterns right here. So that means imagine the market is open, I have this selected out of screener, and now this list is being transferred. You see, remember I showed you in simplified search. Right now, all these 80 stocks are being analyzed for the patterns, okay? And then it's actually it's supposed to transfer it here. Okay. It's supposed to be right here, and maybe something went wrong, but I will show you the different thing. You remember I copied, maybe because I copied that. So what I'm gonna do, remember I showed you the stocks and then tickers, okay? So here I can paste, because it was copied to the clipboard. Remember 80 stocks, here are all of them, okay? So add, and you see 80 stocks being added right here. So if I, for instance, unclicked all this, you see, this is unclicked all the categories. I can click on, I can select or unselect, doesn't matter. What matters is my preparation for tomorrow trading, and I'm going to look at these 80 stocks only. and I'm gonna go and remove bearish. So you see, no bearish and all bullish. Okay, why? Because in the pattern, I want to use only bullish. Why only bullish? But because in a screener, I selected strong buy in my filter. So I want to kind of reinforce my search from fundamentals was a strong buy, but it was a kind of daily signals looking kind of on a medium type of time frame. And then I'm looking now for the intraday entries. And then I'm searching only for the now bullish patterns for particular time frames, okay? And now you see all of them agreeing. So what it means, look, see, bullish and bearish nothing, right? So I'm looking only at intraday patterns, and what it shows me, time frame 30 minutes. If I want, I can look into details. You see, it's a triangle pattern, and it gives me a specific confidence level, time, it's price to entry, and times to exit. Okay, so so right now, because it's bullish, so entry is here, exit is here. Okay, so you can potentially make 2.89% of profits. Okay, so the same thing for all other parts. So the good thing in a combination of these two steps, you identify these strong buy stocks, and now you're looking at the entry positions. Should you do all of them? I don't know, because you can look at the statistics, okay? You can read about the patterns. You can make a paper trade right here, okay? And then all of this information is pre-tested, okay? So now let's go back to the original intent in the presentation. So as you can see, I just made the demo, okay? And then I showed you how to use in conjunction with AI screener, okay? Now you will ask me, okay, what are the differences between version 2, which is already implemented, and the previous version? I will show you, but for that, I have to give you some basics, and that's where you're going to see the importance of the backtesting. So let's go through this type of things, okay? So first plan, trading plan is kind of people thinking either you're going to follow the trend, or you're going to look for the dips, or you're going to go for breakouts. Typically, patterns, it's about the breakouts. When it crosses particular line, then you buy or you sell, and then exit, okay? Trend reversal, the most difficult territory where people lose most of the money, okay? Now, what are the patterns? Patterns is something which now can be described in mathematical terms. This is the patterns for medical, these patterns for the cars, and then everywhere there are some specific dimensions AI is looking for, okay? So what are the breakout points? You see, for instance, it's clearly here. The stop is in a particular channel, and then it goes breakout, and then breaks out. Why? Because people get tired of accumulating the stocks in this particular channel, breaks out, and then goes up. So what we do, we say, okay, if it breaks out, and that's when we say it's breaking out, we identify that point, and then we predict how far it's going to go up. Okay, so let's see on the different types of patterns what we have. This is a head and shoulder pattern. You see, this is a head, but kind of reversed. This is a couple of shoulders. We say breakout right here, and then there is some definitions in our charts. It's emerge patterns and confirm. Emerge when you have pretty much all points, and it's somewhere here, but it didn't break out yet. Confirm when it breaks out. If it is right here, some people like it from here to take it, but it's kind of dangerous, and the chances are worse. So this is the target price. This is the potential profit. Okay, this is for the head and shoulder. So what our AI does? AI does the following. It finds all kinds of shapes and forms. So for instance, this is one shape. This is another shape, right? Because it's kind of very narrow, but very deep. So this one is very shallow. It also head and shoulders, right? And you can have that type of bullish pattern. This is the bearish head and shoulder, you see? This is a clearly head, this is a couple of shoulders, and it goes down, right? So that's where you break out your short position or buy put, and then we calculate the potential profit. And again, our AI is looking for all kinds of things. This one also head and shoulder. This one is also head and shoulder. This one is also head and shoulder. And then with this type of shapes, we're predicting what's going to happen with this type of patterns, okay? So now you understood how AI works, how the pattern recognition works. And now let's talk about the odds of success or results of backtesting. And the backtesting is very important. If you read anywhere about the patterns, some people say, oh, the patterns don't work. And I will tell you why they don't work for them, because they don't do backtesting, okay? What we've done billions of calculations to identify whether or not the pattern works. So for instance, let's say it's a trade idea, small pattern, kind of buying on the dip, right? So what we do, we go back in time about 4 years and then look at the cases. This case, did it work well? Yes, okay, success. Did it work? No, because it kind of went down. It's a failure. Success. So that means 3 out of 4, 75% success. So imagine you have hundreds of cases like that, which we identify, and then we present the statistic that a pattern, this is the simplest form of the pattern, works or doesn't work, okay? So the same thing is for the cup and handle. I'm just kind of giving you examples of very well-known type of patterns which can be found on the different time frames. This is the inverted cup and handle pattern, and that's another one you can read. Okay, so you see there are tons of known patterns, and I've not seen a software which does the backtesting of all of them on different types of target prices, okay, on this percentage-wise, and on the different types of confidence levels. So imagine the huge matrix. You have patterns, you have, let's say, 5,000 stocks, then you have 5 or more different confidence levels, and then you have 5 or more percentages of target prices. So it's a huge matrix to calculate. So what we do, we pre-calculate it. We find that in advance and then constantly update the data. So that means if I say the following, how to find stock patterns in real time, just use the real-time patterns. What it means backtest in seconds, that means it's pre-tested, pre-backtested, and we give you all the statistics, okay? So now, what is the difference between version 1 and version 2? Okay, let me explain to you. So what we noticed the following. You see, this is one pattern, case 1, and that's what I showed you. And that's what we collected statistic, and we identify the data and the confidence and everything. And then we noticed that it's not really working all the time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And we started curious, and kind of our quants at PhD started curious why. And then we found very interesting thing that if we kind of look at the history before the pattern, okay, the history could be like that. It was a long-term down, and then was a little bit up. And this could be measured in months or weeks or whatever. It's a lot of different cases, right? So imagine it kind of goes down, up, and then boom, pattern. So that means it's a different case versus the same pattern, the same thing, the same dimensions, the same candles, but it went up and then down and then created a pattern. So like this one is also up and a little bit flat and the same pattern. Imagine how many cases of this type of approaches to the same pattern you might have. You might have hundreds, okay? And that's what we did. We trained our AI to backtest it, not only for the specific pattern, but to the way we approach that. And we saw tremendous improvement in the winning rate for pattern search engine and for the real-time patterns, okay? And so that's what we did. We did the following. We took all these cases, we did the back testing, and then corrected the odds of success for version 2, which is right now online. We just need to put the V2 there, but the entire mechanism being already deployed to the system, okay? So let's look at the same thing. You see, this is the pattern, this cup and handle, okay? And then we have that approach, and then the same approach, the same as the previous, right? And again, we have to recalculate everything, including these approaches. Meaning how the stock approached to the point of pattern creation, right from here, right? And then we again did back testing for the cup and handle for all potential profits, for all confidence levels. Then we corrected odds of success and presented the data. Okay, so that's where the huge difference between the version 1 and version 2, and that's where we see improved the odds of success and the win rate. Okay. So now let's look what else I wanted to cover today. I gave you this information, I compared, and now about AI robots. Okay, so brief introduction to AI robots, where it's pretty much where you program what I just told you. What it means you take fundamental analysis, you take technical analysis, and create real entries without me being involved. What it means, you remember I was the one who put this list of stocks to the customized field, right? So you remember I did that manually, you see 80 stocks, okay? So imagine this is done, let's say monthly, where a computer goes and find the list of stock for a month to trade, which look like a bullish. And then it says, okay, why don't you find patterns? Why don't you find trends or something else? And then does all of this programming and then presents real entries without the human involvement. And that what other robots are, okay, AI robots. So what we do, we always, and that's a brief introduction to robots. You see in the description, we give a explanation how we combine our different modules to create a real-time type of entries, in what combination we use, and then some people are confused how to use it. You pretty much go here, and this is a page where lines, as if it is your brokerage account, you view all entries and all exits, and then you pretty much follow the line. So that means you have two options: either to create your own robots using the combination of fundamental analysis and technical analysis with patterns, or you can find a suitable robot right here on this page, okay? So that concludes my presentation. I'm not going to go to the details of this page with the patterns, but I will tell you that what the good thing is that if you subscribe to one pattern and they can switch, I'm sorry, if you subscribe to one robot, you can switch from one to another at any time. You can follow and follow as many as you wish. But the good thing is you can And these tools like real-time patterns, pattern exchange, and screener pretty much for free. You see, this is a $90 and it's still $90 on annual subscription, it's $45. But all of these things, if I unclick them, you still have the same $90. But what you can do, let's say you like and you want to create your own robots. Okay, you will say add. Okay, add. You adding, nothing changes. So that means you get it for free. Why? Because it's $80 credit. You add this one, and then you add screener. Okay, so you added pretty much on here like $70, and then you get the same price, and then nothing changes in pricing, but you can create either your own robots or you can use our robots one at a time. Okay. So why don't you ask me any questions by typing? If you have any questions, otherwise I will just close the conversation. Okay. So guys, why don't you do like that? I will here ask you questions right here. Just a second. You see, I'm typing Q&A. If you guys have questions, go ahead and ask. If you don't, then I'm gonna finish my presentation. Okay, I think everything was clear. I hope you guys gonna enjoy the use of our tools, our modules, and good luck with your trading. And I'm gonna close this presentation, but you're gonna be able to get this recording on the same page of our webcast. Okay. Okay. I'm showing the end.